national women's side has also been in action, reaching the semi-finals of the ICC Women's World Cup. The team is back in the country today, ahead of tomorrow's final between Australia and England. The Proteas had finished second on the table after the round-robin stages, but were bundled out by the English in Thursday's last four encounter. CSA will join the Proteas women at this evening's arrival press conference. eNCA sports reporter Tshepo Thobane is at OR Tambo International for the landing. Tshepo, now I know that this is the first arrival of the team since COVID. Just in terms of the crowd, is there a crowd? Are they expecting a crowd? And I do believe you have a guest with you there.
Hello, Shoni. In fact, the team, the Proteas women's team, they've arrived a couple of minutes ago. They are in the hotel behind me. Of course, there's going to be a press conference with the team to tell us about their experiences at the World Cup. I mean, it was surprising. They received a champion's welcome despite the fact that, of course, they did not win the World Cup. Well, with me, I'm with Karel Bosman, who is the head of sponsorship at Momentum, who are obviously the sponsors of the Proteas women's team. Firstly, when you guys, I remember when you renewed the sponsorships, you talked about the Proteas dominating on the global stage. Is that what you signed up for?
You know, when we started with the Proteas in 2013, we were their first sponsor. At the time, none of the players were contracted. It was effectively an amateur side. To see them grow, to see them move up the world rankings, you know, we always talk about here for your journey to success. And I think all of South Africa has now seen it in the round-robin phase in the tournament. They beat all the teams except Australia. So I think we've got so much reason to be proud. You know, they've just showed how much they've grown in every aspect of the game, and yeah, we could not be happier.
I mean, talking about, you touched on it earlier, the fact that we did so well in the group stages, but again, England, I mean, they seem to have our luck. I mean, even in 2017, I remember they knocked us out in the semi-finals. Yet again, they did it.
Yes, I was there 2017 in the semi-final in England at the time. And, you know, they started slow. If you look at the tournament, they had a few losses, actually. But I think, excuse the pun, but they built momentum. And they were a really good side against us. Let's see, you know, I think it's going to be a very close final, to be honest. Everybody thinks it's just going to be Australia, but I think it's going to be closer than what they think. And on the day, you know, that's the thing, is people, again, realize that one-day cricket, anything can happen on the day. On that specific day, England just had a fantastic day. But I think if you look at the tournament as a whole, and you look at the way in which the Momentum Proteas just beat every single team that they played, I think that's what we've got to take out of this tournament, and there's a World Cup coming up in a year's time.
Talking about, of course, England are the current world champions. I think that's also important to note.
Absolutely, they are the defending champions, and they showed why they're defending champions in this last match. So I think it's going to be so interesting. It's a celebration of women in sport. It's something that we've been so vocal about, is the women deserve it. We've seen what the men can do, but I think everybody, and if you look at the welcome here at OR Tambo and you look at the vibe, people have realized the Momentum Proteas are here. Let's support women in sport. They really deserve it.
Thank you so much, Karel. Well, Shoni, you've heard from him. I mean, when the team arrived, a hero's welcome or heroine's welcome. But of course, there's going to be a press conference, I think, at 6 o'clock this evening, where we are going to get more comment on the coaches and some players about their experiences at the World Cup.
Right, thank you, Tshepo. That was our sports reporter, Tshepo Thobane, live from the OR Tambo International Airport, as the Proteas women have returned from the World Cup in New Zealand, where they were knocked out in the semi-finals.